When you log into your account, you're going to go to your drive and you're going to create a form. When your form opens up, you'll see the option to title your form, your questionnaire. And pick a theme that will be related to your ideas. Like Gingerbread Man would not be related to me asking teachers why they became teachers. So sometimes the simple list forms are the best forms. Click OK. And then I have up here my title called Teachers. The form settings is checked to require our district accounts to log in to view this form. I don't want to automatically collect the people's email addresses, and I don't want to show the progress bar at the bottom of the forms. So if anything, you could probably just leave the form setting alone. So here's how you start your first question. So the title is here. The form description is if you have any directions for the person who's taking your quiz. And the first question, I'm going to delete untitled question and type in my question. The help text is to give any tip to the people filling out your questionnaire. I do not want this to be a multiple choice because I don't know, there could be many reasons why teachers became teachers. So I'm going to change this to a paragraph text so that the person can write as much as they'd like into their answer as to why they became a teacher. And I want it to be a required question so that the person must answer this question in my interview before they can move on. I'm going to click done, and you see my question. Now, the next thing you can do is you can edit this question, because if you don't like it, you can edit it. Or you can copy this question, but I don't need to copy this question because the next question I'm going to choose a different question type, and you can delete it if you'd like. So I'm going to click done. I'm going to add an item. I can choose the style before I add the item. And the next one I'm going to choose multiple choice. And my options are going to be written down here. Each time I click on a box below, it gives me a new spot. Oops. I'm going to have those three as my options, and then I'm going to put one more. I'm going to require this question, and I'm going to click done. You'll notice that at the end of my questions, the red dot means that the question is required. So that is how you create some questions. Let me very briefly go through the basic questions. A text question is for a person to type in maybe a very short phrase answer. Check boxes would be if there are multiple answers that somebody could choose from. And choose from a list would be like a drop-down list where they would choose one. It's very similar to a multiple choice answer. The advanced and the layout you're not going to worry about, so don't even worry about the advanced and layouts. You're basically going to be choosing from the basic questions over here. And down here at the bottom, the confirmation page, this is what the person will see at the end of their response. That their response has been recorded. You might say, thank you for your time. You might, say who you are if you'd like to. I appreciate you sharing your information. Down here, it says share link to submit another response if you want them to be able to submit twice. I don't. To publish and show a link to the results of this form to all respondents. I don't want other people to see the results of others' questions and answers. And allow responders to edit responses after submitting. I only need the students or the people to do this one time, so I'm going to unclick all of these. And at the very end, it says send form. I'm not ready to send my form yet, so all I have to do to get out of this would be to close the tab or go back into my drive, and I see that my drive is in alphabetical order, and I come down to teachers and I see teachers' responses. So eventually, once I send my form, I'm going to get their teacher responses in a Excel Word document. So right now it's empty, but you can see that you'll receive a timestamp as to when they sent the test, why did you become a teacher in their response, and how many years you've gone through school in their responses. Now, as I'm looking through this, I'm noticing I don't know who is giving me these responses, so I need to go back to my form and I need to add a question asking them to tell me what your name is. And then they're going to be able to put in their answer here, so they might say Mr. Lissy. And now I can click done, but I want that to be the very first question. So I see that over here that the blue line is highlighted, so I'm working with this question. So all I have to do is click somewhere within that box and drag it up to the very top of my quiz and drop it. And now I have what is your name at the very beginning of my quiz. In order to view my quiz, I go to View, Live Form, and now I can see what my questionnaire looks like when it gets sent to whoever it is that I'm sending to. It looks like there's a problem. It's not loading, so I'm going to close this page out. I'm going to go back and I'm going to try it again. If you have a problem viewing your quiz live, let me know. Right now I think the computer is just going a little slow, but those are the steps to see your questionnaire live. When you're done, oh, here it is. So here is what my questionnaire looks like when it gets sent out to other people. I can edit this form from the button in the far right hand side, or I can close it out and go back to my original quiz in its format.